Today, the much awaited verdict of the Delhi High Court about Arvind Kejriwal's petition challenging his arrest by ED was announced. Delhi High Court ordered that Arvind Kejriwal's arrest is perfectly legal and in agreement with the provisions led by the law. It also said that Arvind Kejriwal cannot enjoy any privilege which a common man does not enjoy. This sent shockwaves through the AAP leadership because it convinced somehow they had pinned hopes on the Delhi High Court that somehow the relief can be granted. I will take you through the case first. Delhi High Court announced the decision today, but the argument had been completed last week or maybe before, I don't remember. The matter was that Arvind Kejriwal had moved the court challenging ED's decision to arrest him. In his petition, Arvind Kejriwal said that ED first had no power to arrest him. Secondly, his arrest by ED is illegal or was illegal. So this matter was before the Delhi High Court, and Kejriwal's counsel Singhvi had said that the arrest is illegal because firstly, the timing of the arrests is just when the election is at door, at hand. And it deprives him of his fundamental right. I mean, he said that it is a fundamental right to participate and campaign for his party. Secondly, because he said a lot of things, but these two were the prime arguments by the Arvind Kejriwal's counsel. Now, ED's lawyer had submitted before the court that Kejriwal cannot ask for any privilege and cannot decide the timing of the arrest. Firstly, because he himself continuously and kept away from so many notices started by ED in November last year. So ED said that Kejriwal himself is to blame for what happened today. I mean, if he had replied at that time, he would have been free. I mean, we couldn't have been arrested now. So the timing is because of his deliberate ploy to delay. This was valid, I think. Secondly, ED said that you cannot enjoy the privilege of campaigning if you loot the money. So Delhi High Court listened and then reserved its order. Now that order was announced today. Now what are the repercussion and consequences that AAP is now frightened because they had not expected this. Why? I don't know. Because every reason, every logic was going against Kejriwal. I don't know how still they had, they're not fools. They had gone through the arguments they had seen, and they had seen that the ED had found sound reason. Their action is based on the basic foundations of the law. It had afforded him many occasions, many notices, and there is a prima facie case for his arrest because he is not cooperating. So the custody has to be extended. I don't know what makes us think that the arrest is legal. So when the High Court decided, I think they inside their heart, everyone knows that law is fine, AD is correct. But they are politicians. Being politicians, they cannot show the actual reasonable pressure. They have to go by the party decision. The party decision is to support its Supremo. So naturally, they started making hue and cry. Today, this decision sent shockwaves through the AAP leadership. It dashed their hopes. And it also seems, it may not be an exaggeration to say that Kejriwal is now going to be in jail for long. Because the arguments of the ED are there to see. And he had Kejriwal no face to save. So this is, my dear friends, is a big turning point for the AAP. And from here, I think the ball is now in the court of LG. He will definitely be forced to reach out to the constitutional experts and to the Ministry of Home Affairs to know what next. Because if Kejriwal does not resign, and if he has to stay in jail for long, will the center and LG allow this to drag? Allow the entire cabinet and entire machinery, bureaucrats to go to Tihar jail and hold meetings there and to take decisions and take instructions from him? This is unimaginable. This is defies all kinds of logic. But then politics is not knowing, especially in India at the moment, is terribly divided, fractured politically. And Kejriwal has sensed blood because he knows how to fool the people. He has been successful in fooling the people. He has been successful in cheating. Everybody does that. I'm not singling him out. But he has gone beyond everybody. That's why no party has gone to jail. No party has earned this distinction of sending leader after leader to jail. And no party can be said to have bought so many mobiles and destroyed also. 170 mobiles. So this is going to be very serious crisis unless he resigns. And I'm sure that he will not resign. The kind of man he is, he will not resign. Now the ball is in the LG court. Now he will have to go to the MHA and seek opinion, or What opinion? Directions. Opinion may be sought by him from the constitutional experts, because this is unprecedented. I don't think anybody from the constitution makers or the constitutional writers may have, anticipated this kind of scene in India, independent India, where people will vote a jail-going chief minister again and again, and he is refusing to resign. He is the same person who had given sermons after sermons after sermons on morality. If you go to the YouTube, you'll find hundreds of videos from the time of that time. So you will expect in I think, couple of days, an idea about what AG or MHA can really put an end to this crisis. Let's see.